Hey guys, Audio D.
And the beef.
And it's time to talk about the Bethesda conference.
Bethesda.
This is the one that I remember looking forward to the most and the least at the same time.
Yes, you were apprehensive.
Yes, that's it. That's the word. I was worried because I love Bethesda, but they shat on me all over last year. It was like a goose with diarrhea last year. And now, this year they were like, we're sorry, okay.
And you were concerned.
I was deeply concerned. I was so concerned that it bothered me, like on a deep level.
You were very saddened to find out that Fallout 4 was just kind of average.
Yeah. I was bummed about that. And I was hoping that Fallout 76 would be better.
And you hate MMOs.
I do. I don't like them.
If you like them, great. But
I don't like them.
Neither of us really care for them.
No. It's a lot to do. And those games, I think games like that are better with friends anyway. But let's talk about how they started. They started with an arrogant ass opener where they talked about how great they were, and a voiceover for like ever.
And this would be a theme throughout the night, unfortunately.
Yeah.
It's the one, like, I'm gonna just lay it out ahead of time. It's the one just detractor from the whole showing.
Yeah. Them constantly going, we're so great, right? And then waiting for applause. It kind of, the pauses and shit broke up the, like, conference. Like, I was like, shut up. Just let it happen.
The grandstanding.
Yeah. And the opener being like, we treat our employees really well. We're so good. And we love you, the gamer. And we give the fans what they want. All this stuff. And I'm like, you full of shit.
Get on with it.
Yeah.
The voice of God from Holy Grail.
Yeah, exactly. So, they got on with it, but first they had a concert. For Rage 2. Rage 2 is their, like, Mad Max Doom game. And they decided, let's have Andrew WK come out here. And
this was weird.
And do a concert. I love me Andrew WK. He follows me on Twitter. He's a great guy. But I don't think I needed a concert at the beginning of the conference.
Worst part was they were showing like artwork for the game up on the screen that you'd only see like out of the corner of the screen if you were watching this not in the audience.
Mm-hmm.
Because the entire time the cameras were on the people playing the music.
Yeah.
When the whole point, the music is to accompany what we're being shown on the screen.
But they're not showing anything.
They're just like showing artwork.
Occasionally. Sometimes they would just cut to a picture of an old woman with her kid in the audience, and it was like...
No, I mean, to the audience, to the live audience, they were showing artwork on the big screen.
They weren't showing us...
We weren't showing it most of the time.
Yeah, we weren't seeing anything.
They never fully put the camera on that for us watching over on stream. For us on stream, all we saw was clips of the audience and clips of the people playing, Andrew and his band.
Yeah.
But the people in the live crowd, they at least got to see artwork on the fucking screen about the game that they came here to know about.
And the game does look pretty cool. They have this weird crawl weapon that you can throw and fucking cut up fucking punks. You're mostly fighting punks, mutants, and aliens.
It looks like Doom in the Mad Max universe.
Yeah, like the way you interact with objects in the world, the way you shoot your gun, the way the guns look. The way I think this is running on the same engine is what it might be.
Yeah, I think so too.
But it looks, it's colorful. It's
That's
way
not
more.
a bad thing.
What?
That's not a bad thing.
No, it's not. That's a good thing because the Doom engine is pretty cool. It's colorful. Like I love it. Instead of I love that Mad Max popularized this colorful, bright. Even though it's the desert, it can still be colorful.
Colors.
Yeah, it looks great. I love the colors in this game.
You can clearly tell what everything is because everything is a distinctive color.
I would love to play this game on like a discount or on a sale or something. I probably because I'm not into the Rage series, I'm not gonna jump throw $60 at it, but it looks pretty cool.
If rental still existed.
Yeah, exactly. See rental. This might be a good case for the Xbox Live Store or whatever.
Yeah, if it's on that.
I don't think so because it's not an exclusive.
No. But we should look into GameFly. We really should.
Yeah.
It's just sending them back is the hassle.
In the trailer for that video, though, there was a random ad for what looks like a collector's edition item, which was like this singing head of a mutant. And it was like, I bet this is with the $100 collection edition.
Yeah, I'm full on. I'm gonna full on just predict that right the fuck now. That is your collector's edition item.
But it was such a weird jump cut to it that it felt unnatural, and it kind of broke the.
It was kind of funny, but still weird.
It just where it was kind of broke the immersion of the game of the trailer. Okay, so let's move on. There's the Elder Scrolls card game is gonna go to all consoles, and it's like, yeah, whatever.
And of course, they talked about how great they were for making it.
Yeah.
Despite the fact that when they announced it, it got booed.
Yeah. Because people thought it was new Fallout. It was the fucking... It was the Dota thing all over again. Remember, they were like, Dota, a card game. And the crowd booed.
Yeah.
So, nobody wants more card games. Stop it.
And card games are all well and good, but you don't introduce the big title first and then fade in the word card game.
Yeah.
Because you're going to get people hot and ready for a main entry in the installment of that series, and then you're just going to, like... You're going to get them all aroused in their nethers, in the sweetness, right?
Yeah.
And then just liquid nitrogen right to the crotch.
Exactly. So I didn't care about this. It happened, but eh. They said ESO is going to have, Werewolf Hunters, and they're going to introduce Black Marsh to the game again. Like, you went to Black Marsh before in the game, but they're going to...
Morrowind.
No, Black Marsh. Where the Argonians live.
Yeah.
They're gonna go back there again.
Oh, yeah.
And it's like, okay, we went there before. Am I supposed to be surprised or excited?
Nostalgic.
Yeah, but werewolf hunters, so I like werewolves.
That's nice or anything, but like,
I don't really care about ESO.
We don't have friends that play it anymore, so why bother?
Exactly. Doom Eternal. They said it was a sequel, and I was like, yo, tell me more.
The sequel that looks like a live service.
It says it's called Eternal, so I'm like, live service? Because that's what they mean, like, never ending. The fun never ends. Come play this live service again and again.
Otherwise, they just call it Doom 2.
Yeah.
Like the original Doom 2.
Exactly. But it's Doom Eternal, so I'm excited, because I love the Doom game. And the guy came out and straight up was like, there's going to be a ton of new enemies. There's going to be a ton of new stuff, and I'm like, oh shit, yes, more Doom.
Twice as many demons.
Doom plus, more Doom. I was excited, but I don't know what to think about the name. We'll have to wait and see if it's a live service.
Excited, but skeptical.
I don't hate live services. I mean, Monster Hunter World is a live service. I'm nervous about how they're going to monetize it. That's honestly it.
If they are.
If they are, yeah. Yeah. Okay, so.
Hopefully they do go the Monster Hunter route where they monetize cosmetics that do not in any way, shape, or form affect gameplay.
Yeah.
That aren't even equipable for your character.
Yeah, that would be better, like emotes or whatever, or sprays or something.
For your helper NPCs or whatever.
Yeah, just something that's not going to totally diminish the gameplay. Yeah. They mentioned Quake, some Quake stuff. I have no idea what's happening here. But Quake, y'all... They have updates for Prey.
It looks good.
Which
Quake
Prey?
Looks good.
Oh, Quake looks good, but like I don't.
It looks like Quake.
Yeah.
It's just competitive Doom.
Yeah. Okay.
Pretty much.
But I didn't get enough information.
With jump pads and shit.
Yeah, no, I know jumping high in like dungeon settings is a big thing.
It looks like it has like different character classes, which is nice.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, there was like a monster guy.
Yeah.
It was like John Cena with a screen for a face and some other stuff. But I'm not into Quake, so I don't really know what's happening, and, you know.
It's the original esport.
Yep, that's what they mentioned. And they said at QuakeCon, they'll be talking more about Doom Eternal. I'm pissed that we have to wait till that long, honestly, especially since I'm not watching it, but I'm sure a gaming website will come down the pipe and report on it, so I'm not too concerned. Alright, so let's go on to Prey. The Prey game has updates to it. Prey is like the, hey, we're sorry that Dead Space is dead, so we're gonna try to step in and fill that void with Prey. And there's New Game Plus, and they've also added this mode that's like a roguelike called Moon Crash, and it's like each time you play it, it's different. So that's cool. I like that it's a roguelite game mode.
Yeah, a first-person roguelike, which is interesting.
That's interesting. I'm not hot and bothered by like horror games, but I like the fact that it's a horror game in space. Yeah. So that's cool. I like that.
I was ready to buy it until that one lady was like, "This is a game for people who are tolerant to jump scares." I am not. Not because I'm a wimpy wimp who is so shaking in his boots and scared. Although, maybe a little. It's more, I find jump scares endlessly annoying.
Yeah.
They make me angry.
Yeah. They're annoying in the way that they piss you off, how sudden they are. It's a pain in the ass.
So I'd really rather not deal with them, so I guess I'm not getting this game.
Yeah. But it does look cool. But I mean, it's only updates. It's only like the updates. It's not even a new game or anything.
Because if there's so many of them that you had to point it out, I'm not interested.
Yeah. But I'm glad they pointed it out. They could have been assholes and not said anything.
Yeah.
Okay, so the next thing they talk about...
And interesting that it no longer looks like a horror game in a franchise that's been primarily horror themed.
Well, apparently the Mimic...
Turn into a goddamn spray ball.
Apparently the Mimic thing has been in the game the whole time. So, like, you can turn into a banana also. What is with bananas this E3?
People like bananas. Gotta get that potassium.
Bananas and a dystopia. Banana dystopia is like my new clothing line I'm gonna make up. Welcome to Banana Dystopia.
I guess Austin Aries became a game producer.
Every game needs bananas. The next thing they talk about is Wolfenstein Youngblood. They made sure to get their cheap pops out there by going, fucking punch Nazis, am I right? And I'm like, yeah, fuck them.
Yeah.
And people on Twitter are just quoting that in ad infinitum. Like, I was on Twitter and it was just people going nuts about that. So, yeah, you get to kill Nazis as twin girls. Awesome. And it's set in the 80s, which is more awesome. That sounds cool as fuck, but I don't really know. I think this is just DLC.
Alternate history 80s, where the Nazis won.
Yeah, you mentioned earlier that this was a good idea because they made the game, like, replayable. Like, not replayable, that you could put the game in any, like, scenario. Alternate history is a great engine for a game.
Doing a World War II game where you fight the Nazis in an alternate universe where the Nazis won is brilliant because you are not limited to era setting. It doesn't have to take place in the 40s. It can take place in the 80s. It can take place in the 90s. It can take place in the 2000s. It can take place in the distant future.
I think Fallout did a good job with that too. With, you know, the game branches off from the 50s, but it's like 200 years in the future, bro. And this is what if we killed ourselves in the 50s with nukes?
Yeah.
So I like the alternate history is a great a great boon to video games. I think
it really is, and it's not utilized enough.
No. The next one we have here is Wolfenstein Cyber Pilot, which is a VR game where you can apparently hack Nazi robots and beat the shit out of Nazis with them. So that sounds cool. It's another game for VR, which makes the VR kind of more exciting. Honestly, still, I'm not thinking about getting a VR. Nobody is because they're too fucking expensive. That's the thing that I think is funny, that game developers are like, why is nobody buying VR? Nobody's paying console price for just a headset. They're not doing it.
It costs like $600, that's why.
Yeah, fuck that. That's why. The next thing we have on here is Todd Howard's comedy special. Todd Howard came out here and did his best impression of, like, Jerry Seinfeld. And he did some bits. He did some bits. He did a stand-up routine. And then they played a video with Key and Michael Key, I believe? Yeah. Who pretty much roasted themselves about playing Skyrim on every system. Excellent. I'm very glad that they can roast themselves. That they understand the inner roast.
It was on Google+, it was on the refrigerator, it was on the Etch and Sketch.
Yeah, it was on the That was amazing. Also, the idea of Alexa doing a RPG got me excited. Like, somebody needs to develop an Alexa home D&D game right now. I would play that immediately.
Where Alexa just walks you through modules.
Yeah, I'd be like, oh my god, I open the door, what happens? You see a vampire, I stake him. You don't have any more stakes. Fuck!
He appreciates you offering him a nice meal. No, that's not what I mean.
Not that kind of steak, damn it, Alexa. And now here's the creme de la creme, the juicy shit, as I call it.
Fallout Soldier 76.
That's right.
That joke has not been driven into the ground yet, so let's keep doing it.
It's close. It's the meme economy on that one is like, it's risky. You might want to sell the meme.
The economy meme.
The economy meme. Sell now. Sell.
Yeah, sell.
Alright, so the game is in West Virginia. That was accurate.
That was correct.
Yeah, everybody was. And the game freaked me out because I was worried about
their prediction.
MMORPG. And they were like, nah, man, it's just a Mamorkabugga. But they were like, nah, man, it's just multiplayer Fallout. And I was like, what do you mean? Explain. And they were like, you can get your friends to play this game with you. It's another game. It's the Fallout franchise. It's another game. It's a full game, and you could play it solo. And I was like, what? And they were like, we would never do that to you guys, blah, blah, blah. And it's like, you did it with fucking Elder Scrolls, you shills. But I was mad. So they warmed me up like a microwave throughout the evening. Where I got warmer and warmer until I just got straight up like volcanic eruption at the end. But they were like, the game does have building elements, but you could pack your camp up and put it wherever you want. And when you die, you don't lose levels. You keep yourself stays on the server. And I'm like, this is fucking great. So I'm back on board with Fallout 76. I was nervous. I was really nervous. And he was like, play with dozens of people, not hundreds of people. And I was like, thank God, because that sounds like a shit show.
12, 22, because he said dozens.
Dozens, yeah.
So 22, I'm assuming?
Maybe.
Somewhere in the 20s?
But I want to be able to like limit the amount of people to my server. You mentioned...
I want a friend-only server.
Yeah, you mentioned a friends-only server, and I like that idea. They do something similar in Grand Theft Auto Online. And I would love that, because I could imagine griefing being really shitty. It's bad in any game, and I think that this game, where you have access to nukes, it's going to be the worst. So I'm probably never going to play online with strangers.
Let alone if there's no level restriction to the servers.
God, so a level like 100 guy who's been grinding all night just walks up to you if you just started the game for the first time and shoots you to death with a fat boy.
If you're late to the game, fuck you.
Yeah.
Is what that would be.
Hopefully they don't do that. I want to know more about the server situation. I want to know about that. Because I'm hype. I'm on board. I was scared and nervous. But of course, the question is, what are we buying? What are you selling me? Besides the game. That's the thing. It's like, you buy a full $60 game, you want the game, right? Not anymore. Not in this day and age. Here's microtransactions out of the wazoo to do anything. And, yeah, cosmetic stuff, but I want to find that stuff in the wild. Like, I like taking cool armor off a corpse. I don't want to have to buy that stuff in a real store somewhere. That'd be fucking lame. So, we'll see. Also, the game's coming with a special edition where you can get a fucking, Brotherhood of Steel helmet. A real one, that it changes your voice so you can sound like this, and it has a lamp on the head. It works. It's pretty cool. It'll make your cosplays a lot easier. Now I have a feeling this is gonna sell out like hotcakes, like the Pip-Boys did. They made a limited run of Pip-Boys that were so popular. The company that made them is like, please don't ask for any more of these. They're expensive to make, and they sold out like hotcakes. I wanted a Pip-Boy, but man, I was willing to put out $100 for it. It's just you can't fucking find the things. So that's Fallout 76, and that's me not worrying about it. They did mention that they're gonna have a mobile game, Elder Scrolls Blades, and I was like, ugh. But it looks fine. Like, it doesn't look like Command & Conquer, which looks offensively bad to the people who used to play the game. This looks like, a better online game the way I expected online games to be, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
They announced Starfield. They just announced it. They showed a picture, they showed space for 2 minutes, and I lost my fucking mind.
You did. We haven't even seen anything. We don't know nothing.
But space.
They showed about as much of another game later.
But I don't care. That was enough for me. I was like, yes, I'm imagining the Fallout or Elder Scrolls engine in space, and I'm hype.
I'm probably going to end up playing the Elder Scrolls mobile game.
Yeah, why not?
I mean, it looks alright. Looks like something to hold you over until later.
Oh, let's talk about the fucking elephant in the room, y'all. They were like, okay, stop bothering us. Here's a screen of Elder Scrolls 6, and I fucking just about lost it. I was ready to give birth. And I'm not pregnant, I'm not expecting, I just was ready to give birth.
We're working on it, it'll happen eventually, fuck off.
And I was like, thank God. I was like, now I can die. And that'd be unfortunate, because then I wouldn't be able to play Elder Scrolls 6, but then I'll be happy to know it's going to one day.
Die now before they ruin it.
Yeah, exactly. Then I'll be happy with the memory, right, of this game. All they showed was a screenshot with the logo on it. How much you want to bet tomorrow there's going to be videos?
They showed a little bit of terrain.
They're gonna be videos of people analyzing those terrains and zooming in on shit and going, look, I see a fucking orc. This is this place. I already assume it's High Rock. I think everybody else assumes it's High Rock. I'm hyped for High Rock.
It's what you wanted.
Yeah.
No one else wanted it but you.
Just me. I'm the only one. I'm so happy.
You don't want to know who was thirsty for High Rock.
When there's a mod in Skyrim where you can join a fighting club, and you travel to different provinces, and you can go to Morrowind, and well, not Morrowind. That place is a wreck right now. But you can go to Black Marsh, and you can go to Valenwood, and you can do fighting in these different arenas, and the arenas are different based on where you're going.
Fighting pit.
Yeah, the pits are different based on where you are. So, like, the Valenwood pit is, like, overgrown over forest, for instance. When you go to High Rock, it's like Game of Thrones, and it's so medieval fantasy. I was like, this is my shit right here. When we got out, I was like, oh, this is my shit. I love this.
Just get you playing Witcher 3. That's what we need to get you.
I like high fantasy, fucking, British fantasy. There's the king and the queen and blah, blah, blah. Bullshit. I love that shit. I also like the idea of the fantastical worlds of, the other places that exist in the Elder Scrolls universe as well. Like, yeah.
Articulations.
Yeah, the castles have articulations. I get it. Like, you can go to the deserts where the Khajiit live. Where's that place called? Oh, fuck, what's that place called?
Elsewhere.
You can go to Elsewhere, and that's cool. It's a desert. That's fancy and new. But it's like, think about a bunch of cats living in a bunch of sand. What do you think's going to be in that game?
They're going to poop.
They're going to poop. There's going to be a lot of poop. Cat poop everywhere. Not going to be able to think about walking anywhere without thinking about poop.
Maybe monsters made of cat poop.
Oh, God. Like the ash monsters from Morrowind.
Except these ones are ass monsters.
You don't want to go over there.
I took a big shit. They turned to life.
I buried my shame. But, like, yeah, I get it. You can go. Those are fantastical locations. But give me a fucking stone castle, a king, a queen, some fucking dragons to fight, maybe a fucking joust. I want a joust. Articulations. Those fuck. What are they called? The tops of castles where the arrow slits are. The little jagged parts at the top of castle towers. Give me that shit. Give me a fucking princess wearing a cone. For some reason, why did medieval princess in fantasy wear cones on their heads?
It made them look taller.
With like a banner flying off the cone. Give me that shit. I'm so hyped for cones. Woo! I'm hyped for fucking High Rock. I'm the only one. Everybody else is going to be disappointed probably. Like, fucking really? We're going on High Rock? That's lame. And I'm the only one like, yes. Give me that fantasy bullshit. Crenellations? Give me crenellations, bitch. I'm ready. I'm so hyped.
Battlements.
Battlements. Give me battlements or give me death. So I'm hype.
You had some of those in Skyrim, to be fair, depending on where you went.
That's true. There were battlements in Skyrim, but I want more battlements. Like, yeah,
functional battlements.
I know what you're thinking. You're like, but you just had that game in Cyrodiil. No, Cyrodiil is Rome.
Well, it is now.
It's
retroactively Rome.
It was Rome back then too. It was like English occupied Rome.
Yeah, but it's kind of retconned to be more Romey.
Yeah, they made it more Romey as time went on, but it's Rome.
Yeah.
It's like England, Rome, Romeland.
Yeah.
But I'm hyped, y'all. I don't think y'all get it. So yeah, that's the fantastic press conference from Bethesda. Like, they, I think, won so far.
They knocked it out of the park. It would be an open and shut case had they not done as much grandstanding and self-posturing.
Yeah. So if I had to grade this press conference on a scale from A to F, on a scale of A to F, I'd give this a B+.
If I had to rate this on a scale of 1 to 10 like a normal person, I'd give it a 9.
All right. Okay.
The only detraction from the whole thing was two things. One, the amount of grandstanding and like self-filleting that they did prior to showing anything. Like, had they shown stuff and then talked about how great they were, that'd be one thing. But they like preemptively talked about how great they were and were trying to force the audience to cheer them before they had done anything.
I felt like,
and the Andrew WK thing.
I think
Andrew
that's
C.W.
like,
Clark, whatever.
No, that's not it. I felt like they knew that they had Elder Scrolls and Starfield and all this stuff under their hat, and they were just like, love us now. But why? Don't worry about it. Love us. You'll find out later, but love us now.
It doesn't work like that.
No.
Like, we will love you for what you're about to announce. But earn it first.
Exactly. You don't get that shit for free. So that was the Bethesda conference. We had a fucking blast watching it, and tomorrow look forward to more. And I am dying. I'm very tired.
We're sleepy.
All right.
Sleepy peepees.
We're sleepy peepees. Thanks for listening.
Bye.